I'm using the Course in Miracles today kind of as my jump-off place. This is a section of the text, and it's called The Branching of the Road. Now I'm just going to read the first two paragraphs to you, and then I'll talk about it. When you come to a place where the branch in the road is quite apparent, you cannot go ahead. You must go either one way or the other. For now, if you go straight ahead, the way you went before you reached the branch, you will go nowhere. The whole purpose of coming this far was to decide which branch you will take now. The way you came no longer matters. It can no longer serve. No one who reaches this far can make the wrong decision, although he can delay. And there is no part of the journey that seems more hopeless and futile than standing where the road branches and not deciding on which way to go. It is but the first steps along the right way that seem hard. For you have chosen, although you may still think you could go back and make the other choice. That is not so. A choice made with the power of heaven to uphold it cannot be undone. Your way is decided. There will be nothing you will not be told if you acknowledge this. This particular passage from the text has been tapping me on the shoulder for well over a year. Because you see, that's where I think Unity of Salem is, our beloved spiritual community. I think we have traveled for 55 years down this particular road, and now there is a sign that says the road is closed. There's a branch to the left and there's a branch to the right. But we're stalled right there. Now, a couple of things I want to say before I go any further is I have Reverend Victoria's blessing to share this with you. In fact, she said to me something that really tugged at my heartstrings. She said, Georgie, you are the one to share this with everybody. There are probably a few of you in the room that are not aware, so I will just let you know that right now, our spiritual community is rowing our boat in the white water, okay? We're just having a little bit of a struggle. It's just part of our experience of staying afloat, particularly financially. That's kind of the main thing. We had a spiritual community meeting here a little while ago, and a whole bunch of ideas were presented to be looked at, to be researched deeply as to what might be the right road or the left road to travel down. Now, a lot of you know that I am not opposed to selling all of the property. But let me be very, very clear. I'm not up here stumping to sell the property. Every single idea that was presented at that meeting is being researched. And I am and all of them get equal attention. When Reverend Victoria comes back and when the research is complete, then we will gather together again and we will hear the pros and the cons of these particular ideas and see if there is one that we are ready to vote on. And when we make that vote, we want to be able to do that in a unanimous way, so that we are all in agreement with that. And when we do that, there will be nothing that we will not be told. There will be no guidance withheld. We will all know exactly what to do. But for now, we're just kind of standing in front of this sign that says the road is closed, walking in place, because we're not quite sure what to do or where to go. Now that's where we are as a spiritual community, I believe. I believe we're kind of stuck there, okay? But I know something else too. And that's what I want to share. I want to share where we are as a group of souls. While this is not true for everyone in this room, it is true for a great many of us. We have been together for many lives, and particularly we started together 2,500 years ago in a country called Samaria. Now I'm going to ask you to give me some grace this morning, okay? Because I'm a little nervous to share this with you. I know some of you will take the words and you'll say, yes. And you'll know, you'll feel it, okay? Others are going to say, okay, she's 88, she's just slipping. But whatever you decide, just give me some grace this morning. So how do I know all this? When I arrived here in 93, and many of you were here at that time, I felt like the red carpet had been rolled out for me. I was welcomed with so much love and so open arms. And that first Sunday after I took over as minister, we had this little platform that we were supposed to stand on, a lot smaller than what we've got now. And it was right there about where Tim and Sue are sitting. There was this little platform, and the chairs were this way, okay? So we finished the service, and the guys came up to me and said, what do you want to do? Where do you want the platform? How do you want the chairs? Well, in school, we were taught, don't disturb anything for the first couple of years, just leave everything alone. And here they were granting me the opportunity to rearrange everything that I wanted to. And so the platform went up here. And basically, we nailed it down, thanks to Jeff, into this beautiful stage that we have now. So, but that's the way I was welcomed, my friends, by all of you, by your souls, because you know me at all. Your souls knew me very well, because we were together 2,500 years ago in a country called Samaria, and we were overtaken by another country. Many of us were killed. Many of us were enslaved. Our city was burned. But I asked you a minute ago, how do I know all this? I came in 93. In I think it was about 95, maybe the early part of 96, I had a dream. Nighttime dream, okay? And it was very detailed and very involved, and I knew it was very important. And so at the time, Betty Sword was, well, actually Betty was here before I was, but Betty was working in the office as the office manager, and she had told me that she used to do automatic writing. And so, but that she wasn't doing much of it anymore. And so I went into her and I said, Betty, I've had this dream. And I described it all to her. I think I had it written down by that point. And I said, I know it's extremely important, but I don't know why. And I think there's more to the story than just this dream. And would you do some automatic writing for me? And so within a day or so, she came back to me and she said, you're right. There was a lot more to it. The reason that our country and our city was overtaken and so many were killed or enslaved, because of a betrayal. And I was the human being at that time that betrayed you all. You could maybe get a feel of how difficult this is. So down through the ages, Betty told me, I have been doing everything I could to amend for that time. And so our souls have interacted individually down through the ages. And then my beautiful friend Susan put out the clarion call, and she prepared the field. And you all started coming to this field. And you beat me by a lot of years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But you came, you stayed, and you did what you did. And then I arrived. Well, by the time I arrived, all the soul work we had done for all those years was a lot of forgiveness on your part. And I had done a lot of amends on my part. And so we could come together with that feeling of the red carpet, and I could feel so loved and so welcome here. So when Betty presented that to me, and I did some more deep work, and I knew what she was talking about, and I knew how absolutely honored and precious this soul group that I was able to be part of again was. We spent 21 years as me as your minister. And then this opportunity came. Like I say, the branching of the road has been tapping me on the shoulder, and so when Leslie did not feel up to being here, Victoria called me and asked if I could step in. Now, the first thing I said to her was, well, she said, you can say no, Georgie. And I said, well, give me an hour so I can kind of think a little bit about this and ask Spirit, because I had a blank. I had no idea what I would talk to you about today. And so I sat there, and there's a little thing in the course that says, show me where to go, show me what to do, show me who to speak to, and show me what to say. And so I said that little prayer, and the next thing I knew, the branching of the road popped into my mind. So I thought, okay, it's time. That's where we're going to go. So I called Victoria, read it to her. And she said it was beautiful, and she said, you're the one to do it. So I started writing down some notes, and I knew I was going to read that to you, that passage, and then a personal story popped up, and so I put that down on my notes, just a little outline. And then another part of me spoke to me, probably my soul, whose name is Sonora, and she said, it's a soul group thing, Georgie. I said, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And so since Friday, I've been kind of wrestling with it, and I'd embrace it, and then I'd say, I can't get up there and tell those people who I love so much that 2,500 years ago, I betrayed them. But I kept being reassured and reassured and reassured that I would have all the help from the other side that I would need. And while I know that there are many of you in here who are part of that soul group, I also know that there are many souls here today who are no longer in their physical bodies. Their physical bodies could not wait any longer. And I want to name some of them because I know they're here. Betty Sword for sure. She was my mother in that lifetime. Dick Strong was my father in that lifetime. That's the only two I know for sure. Okay? Betty Hours. Al Tipner. Mary Lou Craft. Alice Sawyer. Myrtle Sprong. Don and Ellen McCaig. Lucas. And on and on and on I could go. But they are here supporting us as well. So on a spiritual community, okay, a family, a spiritual family, human spiritual family, we've got some decisions to make, okay? That we're going to go the right lane or we're going to go the left branch. And I'm telling you, it does not matter which one we chose, as long as we choose it in unison. As long as when we make that vote, as a group of souls, we make it together. And it's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while, whatever the decision is, because I keep seeing this ocean liner, okay, that has to make a U-turn. Okay? It's big. This is big, big stuff. But friends, coming together as a group of souls, again, totally in our togetherness, we can do it. We can do it. Whatever decision we make, we will be supported. Holy Spirit will support us. We just have to take that first step to do that. Okay. I think that's all that's being downloaded except for one more little piece that I've talked to you before, a long time ago, when I was up on this pulpit all the time. And I talked to you about divine order, okay? And the meticulousness of divine order. Every little minutia means something so important. And today, my sister Bonnie and I, we were doing the Course of Miracles workbook, and some days we miss a lesson, and some days we don't, and so forth. And then today's lesson for us spoke so clearly to me that I wanted to finish up just by reading the little prayer that comes with it. And then we're going to have some beautiful music to take us into meditation. And then we're going to be quiet for a little bit. Wrong one. There we go. I read this morning and I thought, you can do this, Georgie. You can do this. It's lesson 264. I am surrounded by the love of God. Father, you stand before me and behind me and above me and below me. In this place I see myself and everywhere I go. You are in all the things I look upon, the sounds I hear, and every hand that reaches for my own. In you, time disappears, and a place becomes a meaningless belief. For what surrounds your sons and keeps him safe is love itself. There is no source but this, and nothing is that does not share its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within itself. Father, your Son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today to be at peace within your everlasting love. Okay, music team.
Gentle with myself. myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child, and I rock myself like a newborn baby child, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child, and I love myself like a newborn baby child.
If you don't have your eyes closed, you may want to close them. Just put your feet flat on the floor if that is comfortable, so that the energy, the divine energy that's moving in and through your body doesn't have any crisscrossing to do. It just flows gently. Now let's take a breath together, breathing in and let it go. One more. Breathe it in and let it go, and feel your body just relax. Sweet Spirit, this was a lot of information today for these dear souls that are here to take in. We just be gentle with ourselves. We just take in what is ours to take in and set aside anything that does not feel comfortable. Reach for that place of peace inside yourself. That divine presence, and just be at peace. Know that everything is in alignment. Everything is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to. Even if the picture looks fuzzy right now, there's always a bigger picture. And today, at your encouragement, I was able to possibly share some of the bigger picture. And if that was hard for some people to take in, then I just invite you to set it aside. Leave it at the door. It's okay. And now as the music just kind of continues in the background, I'm going to invite us just to go into the silence just for a minute or two. Just to check out how you are in this moment. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for this time together, for us to be together, to share our love with one another as we do so beautifully every Sunday. Amen. And now when you feel ready, you may open your eyes and stretch.